Let's talk about everyone's favorite New England Patriots quarterback, Mac Jones, McCorkle himself, who had an up and down performance against Miami. I think as a whole has, really shown that last year was an anomaly. I'm willing to throw that year out. This is a different Mac Jones than the Patricia Mac Jones. But what is this Mac Jones? And what are still the deficiencies in his game? And where does he thrive? Because again, he did nearly lead a comeback in back-to-back weeks now when they were down multiple scores. But also they got down multiple scores in both games. So what's going on? Let's talk about it. And we're going to start off with this play, because I think it's an important play to talk about when we're talking about the negatives of the Patriots offense. And, I tweeted out, every single time Mac Jones throws the ball deep, I'm convinced it's going to be an incompletion. I kind of even joked about on the podcast where it's like, sometimes when your team has a bad running game and they run the ball and you're like, this isn't going to go for anything. Like, that's Mac Jones, but doing it for the most exciting play in the game when your team throws the ball deep. So what's going wrong here? And someone asked me, is it on Mac Jones or is it on the receivers? Well, let's try to answer that question with this play. Jones is going to take the snap, and right off the bat, I would say this is a win right here for the New England Patriots. You have Kendrick Bourne, who is a little bit past the defense. There is a window for McCorkle to make this throw if he wants to. So, okay, well, that's good, right? However, as you see, Kendrick Bourne just isn't quite able to make this play. I'm not saying Mac Jones has been perfect at the deep shots, because he hasn't been. I do kind of think, though, that it is more on the receivers than Mac Jones. At the end of the day, I think it's a great way of showcasing that is Kendrick Bourne is the guy you're doing this with. I like Kendrick Bourne. I think he's a good player, but this is not what you should be using Kendrick Bourne for. But he's kind of the guy who they kind of feel like they have to use, because, who else are you going to use? Is it Juju Smith-Schuster? They brought in Devontae Parker to be that guy. It just hasn't really worked. But if you can't hit on these shots, it's just so much more difficult in today's NFL having to run these 12-play drives so consistently. And also, while we're on the negatives, let's just get another one out of the way before we get into the positives and what I liked about his performance. It's going to be a one-on-one matchup on the outside, essentially, for Miami. So that's why Jones is going to look in that direction. It is, once again, Devontae Parker. Jones is going to take the snap, and he just looks over and throws it. Okay, one-on-one matchup. Got to make something happen right here. This is what we should be doing, right? But, look at this box out, essentially. This is Xavier Howard, who, I predicted was going to have a better season this year under Vic Fangio, and, at least one interception closer. And it's just sort of like, to me, I think we've seen enough sample size of Mac Jones working with Devontae Parker to say, you just can't throw this one up when Xavier Howard is covering him. You just can't do it. It's just not a good strategy, which, again, kind of sucks for Mac Jones, where it's like, okay, then who do I throw it up to? And the answer is, I think, in this scenario, nobody. In this scenario, you don't just chuck one up in that direction. Watch Howard, win that one. Really good play from Howard. But also, bad play from Parker. Parker got beat pretty badly. So whose fault is that? Who's more to blame? At the end of the day, this is a Mac Jones video. I think that's a throw Mac Jones shouldn't have made. Is he the biggest issue with this play? No. But I still would say that this was not the throw you should make, just given, who the two players were. But all right, let's go over to this play now. 1st down and 10. Mac Jones, I feel like every video try to bring up, underrated athlete, I think. Not to say that he is Lamar Jackson, obviously, but he can move better than people realize, and he can make off-balance throws better than people realize. On this play, what's going to happen is, just watch for yourself. Jones takes a snap, doesn't love what he sees right over the middle, but is going to quickly scramble outside the pocket. Okay, there's pressure coming. This is dangerous. You got to get rid of the football in a hurry. He's off balance as he's throwing, going across his body. So, just remember that. Whatever throw he makes, take that into consideration, that he isn't able to get his feet planted. You don't expect a perfect strike here. Mac Jones throws a perfect strike here. Just a great throw. That's incredible stuff by McCorkle, and they're able to pick up a gain on that one. So again, he is capable of doing this. He really is. Good catch by Juju, I suppose, but really the throw is what stands out. And he can make these kind of things happen. He's not just a pure pocket passer, although that's what he mostly is. But this one's another one where it's going to be a design rollout, because, when you got someone with the wheels of Mac Jones, you don't just leave him in the pocket. Justin Fields, Mac Jones, those are the guys you're moving outside the pocket, right? Obviously, I'm kidding a little bit, but the way this play is supposed to work is, play action rollout towards the top of the screen. You have a couple receivers go in that area. right off the bat, it's not exactly working out as designed. It's pretty well covered by Miami, but McCorkle looks up, and there is a window to make a throw to Hunter Henry here. That's what McCorkle sees. But again, it's hard, right? You're kind of throwing across your body. You don't know exactly how open the window is going to be. But at the same time, you're down 14 with 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Time to start, throwing the ball down the field, pushing it, and seeing what happens. As you see, Jones does make a perfectly accurate throw, and they are able to get a touchdown on that play. Really good stuff from Mac Jones, good stuff from Hunter Henry. But yeah, he's shown the capability to pull these kind of things off. Obviously, this next play is kind of what he's known for, and for good reason. He's very good at this type of stuff. So the Dolphins are going to be blitzing here. It's going to be a five-man rush with a single safety deep, and 5 players cover each eligible receiver. Simple enough. As for Mac Jones, no one's helping him block other than the 5 offensive linemen. That's all you get right here. So Jones knows he has to get rid of the football quickly, but, he likes Kendrick Bourne's route on this one, a quick one over the middle. That's what he's going to look towards. As you see, Jones takes a snap, quickly gets rid of the football, and they're able to pick up a first down on that play. It's just, catch the ball, see what's going on, throw it there, and get it there in a hurry. These are the kind of things we saw him doing so frequently his rookie year, and so effectively his rookie year. And also just something like this, where it's going to be a 3rd down and 1, which I think you could certainly make the argument that it shows a little bit of something, that the offense actually trusts him to throw in this scenario. They're not just running the football, although it's not necessarily like they're having him. They're just going to run a quick sort of play action bootleg with the idea of giving the ball back to Ramondre Stevenson. But okay, let's see how it works out. McCorkle takes a snap. He goes to the outside. Stevenson is open, but still, this is a difficult throw. You're at least running it, towards your body instead of against your body here, but got to get it over Miami defenders. Not the easiest of plays to make for Jones. However, Jones does make a really good throw, and they're able to pick up a first down. So, not the perfect performance maybe you would be hoping to see from Mac Jones here, but he's still showing a lot, and I do think that a lot of the deficiencies of what people talk about his game are maybe deficiencies of the Patriots offense in general. I think that New England has neglected to go out and try and get a number 1 receiver for a while, and it has hurt them. Them trading for Calvin Ridley probably would have been the right move. I think a lot of teams trading for Calvin Ridley probably would have been the right move. But regardless, I think that going after Hopkins, even if it didn't work out, would have been smart. Them kind of not making a move like that. Odell was another option. I'm not saying any of these would have for sure worked, but at least then you could say, well, we went for it. It didn't work out. They kind of made the decision to not go out and get an outside threat. Smith-Schuster is not an outside threat. That's not what, even at his best in Pittsburgh, was not that guy. Parker clearly has shown that he just doesn't work that well with Mac Jones. And I'm picking on Parker. I didn't even think he had a bad game, but just that's not really his. That's not really what he does, or he just hasn't done that with Mac Jones that frequently. So I think that's hurt them for sure. And it's not like they can't hit on it. It's not like they never win on it, but that's been a real issue. He's done everything else really well, though. I think Jones has definitely done a lot of other stuff in a very effective way, and so, we'll see how it goes from here. But yeah, those are my thoughts. What are yours? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you, and of course, as always, thanks for watching.